So you're thinking about moving out here to Fullerton, California. Maybe you got a job in the medical industry because there's a big, medical industry right around here. Maybe you got a job at Cal State Fullerton. So we're gonna give you the pros and cons of living here in Fullerton. We're gonna be real about it. That's what we really like to do. We don't want to,
despite the hate we may get, like, we'll be real.
Yeah, we don't want to sugarcoat it. So let's start with a pro. So I would say a big pro, a big reason why people really like Fullerton, and I actually used to work for someone, my favorite boss ever. He actually lived in Fullerton.
More than me? I guess I'm not really the boss, but that's
no.
Okay. I want to think I am.
No, but anyways, so my favorite boss ever, he actually lived in Fullerton, even though we all worked in Irvine, and he was just like, I couldn't bring myself to move to Irvine because Fullerton just has a charm, right? He really liked the charm of Fullerton, so he took that commute to Irvine every day, because it's true. I mean, Fullerton is definitely a lot more eclectic than other parts of Orange County.
Yes.
Has a really cute downtown, known for its music scene, its restaurants, its bars, so yeah.
No, again, it definitely has that vibe where, and again, I guess on top of that, I guess if we're gonna add it to a pro, and this could be a con for some people, is the lack of HOAs here.
Yeah.
So there's not a lot of homeowners associations here, which a lot of people really do like. They don't want to have that extra layer of oversight over them where that subdivision or that community says you can only paint your house a certain color or whatever. I mean, sometimes some of these HOAs can get pretty ridiculous as far as what they're doing. In fact, remember when we were living in Irvine, they made us remove trees that were like these fruit trees because they just said no, and it was a house, it was a detached structure, and they said nope, no trees are out, and so they just took them out, and you're going, okay, well that's interesting, but again, no problem in Fulton for that kind of stuff.
Well, I mean, there are pockets that are in an HOA, but definitely, overall, it's more, not HOA.
Exactly. So before we continue, I'm Sean Nazad.
And I'm Courtney Nazad, and we are licensed real estate agents here in the state of California.
And if you're watching this channel, you might be thinking, wow, Sean, I love Orange County. I love the glitz. I love the glamour. I love the impeccable weather. I can't wait to move out there now. But the problem is that I'm not local and maybe out of state and maybe even out of the country. So I don't know what to do. And I totally get it. That's why you want to reach out to us so we can have that conversation and really find out specifically what you're looking for. And we can be your boots on the ground where we can actually do virtual tours of not only the home, but the neighborhood around it, really giving you a good sense of what you're looking at, virtually. So what you want to do is you want to give us a call or shoot us a text.
Yes, that number is a cell phone, so you can call or text it, or you can use WhatsApp if you're outside the country. So let's go to a con, and that is because Fullerton is definitely more east, it is a little hotter here. I'd probably say a good 10 degrees than the coast, a good 5 degrees in central Orange County, like Irvine, you're probably maybe 5 degrees hotter. So, I mean, and then you tend to have older homes, so that means, you have older air conditioning units.
Not as good insulation.
Not as good insulation, so it will cost you more to cool your house, so yeah.
Yeah, so it's one of those things that you want to be mindful of. Again, I know people can say the weather's fantastic, and it is. But yet you're going to this channel, you're talking to us because we're very nitpicky about this stuff. And once you get here, it sounds ridiculous, but once you're here, you'll notice these literally 1 degree temperature changes.
Do, for sure.
So you're gonna be like, oh, it's a little hot today, and it's 76 rather than 75. So it's kind of one of those things where you'll become a wimp as we are, and it just kind of just learn to deal with it, be aware of it. And so when we say it's the weather's not as good, it's still excellent compared to the rest of the world. But again, we're splitting hairs here because that's just what we do. And then of course, as far as what you were mentioning, as far as the efficiency stuff, just be mindful that if you're buying the homes here in general on the older side. So realistically speaking, we're going to be dealing with stuff where air conditioning, HVAC systems have different homes, they update them over time, so some of them might have a brand new system, which is obviously pretty efficient, whereas an older, some of these AC systems could be 40 years old for all we know, and so obviously very inefficient. So it may still work, but it may be a tremendous electricity bill.
Now this next item, it's a pro and a con. So Fullerton is a big pro. It's a location for people who want to go into LA. Actually, you've had quite a few clients that have chosen Fullerton because they're like, I don't want to live in LA, I hate LA, like us. But I have to go in there, so they choose Fullerton.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, so for the pro side aspect of it is that you'll notice if you're actually coming from, let's say, Irvine or south of that or whatever, that trek to LA is pretty significant. It's not an insignificant drive there. It's because you deal with a lot of traffic and stuff, especially as you get towards the northern parts of Orange County. You just hit more traffic. That's just I think the population density just increases, and as you're going into LA is a complete nightmare. So if you're in Fulton, you skip a lot of that traffic leading up to the northern part of Orange County. So you can avoid a lot of that and make your commute much, much more reasonable.
Yeah, and then kind of on the con side, so I have a really good friend who lives here, and she says like a pro of Fullerton is that it's pretty much 30 minutes away from everything. A con of Fullerton is that it's pretty much 30 minutes away from everything. So there's kind of, except for downtown and stuff, which is super cute and stuff, there's not really anything here per se, right?
Well, I mean, but we did say that, actually, in fact, that it does neighbor Anaheim, which is one of the big,
well, we haven't said that yet.
Yeah, but I mean, obviously that's, that's we're talking about, like, it's like proximity. I guess that's going into our next pro, is that you have a ton of shopping and dining and entertainment options either within Fullerton or right next door, which is awesome. True. I mean, obviously everyone knows Disneyland in Anaheim, but you have way more than that. I mean, you have all this entertainment and stuff around there. Food, also professional sports teams.
Yes.
So we have some professional sports teams too, like right here. So it's super convenient from that place because again, it's literally next door.
Yeah, and then Fullerton is next to the big medical complex that's in Orange. So if you are moving out to Orange County because you got a job out there, this could be an area. There's lots of really cute areas around here.
Yeah.
So another con of Fullerton, and we kind of already touched on this, but as you get more north into Orange County, because it's more population dense and also because it's older, so there wasn't as much planning, the traffic gets a lot worse. Like, it's just the way it is, and then as you get even closer into LA, then it gets even worse. So.
And once you're in LA, good luck. All bets are off there.
All bets are off. So yeah, that's just, you got to understand that South County, I know if you've ever watched this channel, a lot of times we talk about South County, so that's like Irvine and South. Not to say that it has good traffic, but because it's more master planned and they knew.
And it's newer.
Yeah, and they knew all these people were moving in. Like, this was kind of like a surprise, right? That Orange County and Fullerton became like this big place. So they didn't plan as much, so the traffic's just worse here.
Yeah, so what you have, I mean, so, beyond, like, so not only is it, like, let's say more population dense as you go closer, into, like, closer to LA County, but then also you're dealing with, because of the age of it, that you're, like, these roads, like, so your alternative routes. So you have, like, obviously your freeways here, of course, but then you also, like, in South Orange County, for instance, you have these major, they're still called, like, streets and avenues or whatever, but they're, like, 8 lanes across. I mean, they're really huge roads, and they funnel people really quickly. They're just designed really well to kind of like get you in and out of, like, get you onto the freeway or off the freeway. Whereas here, not to say they don't have some bigger roads, but still I would say that your alternate routes are particularly efficient.
Yeah. So another pro of Fullerton is that there really are a lot of really nice big parks, lots of green space.
Yeah.
That's something, sometimes older cities, they tend not to have that because they didn't plan. Like, one thing that people really like about Irvine is it has a lot of open space, a lot of parks. And Fullerton's the same. Like, there's a lot of really nice, just places, just enjoy the outdoors, or like if you have a dog or if you have kids like us and you need to let them run and get their energy out, so.
Oh, they don't go crazy if they've been cooped up.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, it's really nice actually for a larger, again, for an older city. And when we say older, we're kind of using Orange County older as kind of that, like, referring to it that way.
Yeah.
Like, you're just kind of dealing with stuff where usually they, like you said, they didn't think it out, but at least in this case, you actually have like significant sized parks, and these aren't just like a little corner lot that they've turned into a park. This was this was actually thought out from that perspective.
Yeah, and then another pro of Fullerton is Cal State Fullerton, so obviously a big seat of job creation, a big reason why people come here. A lot of kids come here and then they're like, hey, I like Orange County, I'm gonna stay, right? So,
yeah, and also you have Fullerton Community College as well, so you have like a couple different college options here.
Yeah, so that's just another big pro. Now let's talk about the school district. So an interesting thing about Fullerton is that it does have what is currently ranked as the #1 high school in all of Orange County, according to niche.com. That's Troy High School, right next to Cal State Fullerton. And if you think about it, so the second one, not including OC School of the Arts, which you have to audition for, so we kind of like throw that one out because it can't get in.
It's great, but you just don't automatically get in.
Yeah, it's not like you're zoned for it, you get in. No, you actually have to have talent. So,
which I have. In abundance for arts and that kind of thing.
Yes, but so it's always Troy High School and University High School, which happen to both be next to the major universities.
Yes, coincidence.
Here
what
in
a
Orange
coincidence.
County. But I will say, so Fullerton, it has 2 different school districts. One covers the elementary schools, one covers the high schools, and it's definitely hit and miss. Like, you have to do your research. If you go on greatschools.org, niche.com, there's definitely some schools that are really, really highly ranked, definitely some schools that aren't. So yeah, you just gotta do your research. Now, arguably the biggest pro of Fullerton
is the barking dog.
is the barking dog. Well, she's just enjoying the pretty streets and
true.
walking her dog.
That's true.
But
And
anyways,
it's a pro, right?
that is a pro. It's a nice place to walk your dog. But is the price. So Fullerton is slightly below the median price for Orange County.
Yeah.
Not to say that, you know, there's definitely some spots in Fullerton that are expensive, right? Like the more ritzy you get, the more expensive it is. But I don't know if you want to go in.
Yeah, it's actually, you know, it's one of those things where at least you're getting some value because, like, let's say, again, we bring up Irvine. Like, so Irvine is how a lot of people find this channel is that Irvine's prices are dramatically higher than Fullerton's. And so it's just one of those things where you're getting good value in that you're not having, again, not to say that it's cheap by, let's say, the United States standards, but at the same time, for Orange County standards, it's actually on the more inexpensive side.
Yeah, just to sort of show you.
Illustrate it?
Yeah, illustrate it. So at the time of this recording, the median home price for a single family residence in Irvine is $1.86 million. And for Fullerton, it is 1.08. So yeah, that's just telling you the value, you know, like Sean said, a lot of people find our channel because of Irvine, but that means there's a lot of competition for Irvine, right?
Yes,
and that
exactly.
drives up the prices.
And remember, we are licensed realtors here in the state of California, so as much as we love making these videos, what we love more is to help you with your real estate needs. So whether you're looking to buy or sell a home, what you want to do is you want to give us a call or shoot us a text.
Yes, that number is a cell phone, so you can call us or text us, or you can use WhatsApp if you're outside the country.